This weather scope is sponsored by Honda, vehicles designed to help simplify your life.
Next on Weather Scope, the latest on the fantastic sight of a tornado in a major American city. Now the system that produced the twister is headed up the East Coast. And while the West heats up, the upper Midwest is shaking off a blast of springtime snow. Those stories plus in-depth forecast and analysis on this edition of Weather Scope.
Weave that.
Oh, you're here. Glad you could join us. Jill Brown and Bill Keneely with you here. It's a quiet weather day and kind of surprisingly quiet in the Northeast. I thought might get a little bit more rain, but they lucked out.
Yeah, that's okay. When you don't hit the forecast right on, you like it to work out this way where it's not as bad as it could have been. So
then you don't get too many snide
that's the angle I'm going to take on this one.
That's our story. We're sticking with it.
That's right. In the meantime, though, things are decidedly quieter today in Florida. Bodes well for the afternoon rush hour, I hope, versus yesterday. What do we say? We take the folks back there and see what transpired yesterday. This is hard to believe, folks. This is definitely a tornado, as you can see. You can see the rotation, and there's your cloud base, and you're not that far away either. And if you watch, you can see there's some decent movement, definitely rotation to it, though. And then look at the debris. Check out that rotation of debris there. And there's another angle on it. And again, that was about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon in Dade County on the southwestern side of downtown. On the other side of the coin, literally, it might as well be the other side of the world. Snow fell yesterday up in Port Wing, Wisconsin. You can see a few inches here. This was on the lakefront around Lake Superior. But once you got a little farther inland and a little higher up, we actually had reports of anywhere from about 4 to 12 inches of snow on the 12th of May. And things are not a whole lot better on the 13th. We still have some light rain or snow showers. Marquette had some light snow a couple hours back. And wouldn't you know it, there's even more back here. Alexandria, Minnesota keeps going from light rain to light snow. Not much in the Twin Cities yet. Temperatures in the high 40s, so we're pretty confident what falls here will be light and it should not be white. That's our call on it now. Some light snow likely from International Falls down into the Duluth area. All right, here's your culprit, low pressure. You can see that spin. This is Lake Winnipeg. Here's North Dakota. It's going to drop in this fashion. And with it, we could see a couple of thunderstorms. Looks like some pretty unstable air right there. Jamestown down into, say, the upper Red River Valley. So we'll watch this area. Already some darker green, so some heavier clusters of showers up on 94 between Fargo and Jamestown. And some rainfall and snow mixed in at Alexandria. Thankfully, plain old rain around the Minnesota-Iowa border, and it's all encroaching on Minneapolis, but the air is so dry, what does fall should stay very light. Northwest flow diving down I-25 today. Good tailwind, by the way. Should save on gasoline coming out of Casper, heading down into the metro Denver area. Not all that chilly, but the temperatures have pretty much leveled off now in the mid-70s, and we'll set up for a chilly night tonight in the mile-high city. Not a whole lot of change in the west. We have some high cloud cover. We have an upper low offshore. And with that, we're seeing the clouds holding temperatures back maybe a smidge today. It may try to edge a little closer tomorrow, so I think better chances during the afternoon of a couple of light showers in Portland and more likely on the coast of Washington and Oregon. Southern California looks pretty good. A lot of low cloud cover. Kind of reluctant to burn off, as you can see in our last picture here, but nonetheless, it's going to be a pretty good afternoon. The Bay Area in actually better shape, and with the light offshore flow, a beautiful day. 73 at San Francisco, a hot 92 in Vegas. There you go, 75 in Denver. Should be plateauing now. Meanwhile, 56 in Des Moines and 58 in Buffalo. And how about that 80 in Charleston, South Carolina? It is hot, but it's still a little drier today in Miami. And for details, here's Jill.
Yes, thunderstorms are pretty sparse today, really all across the country. I know that if you live in Miami, you're probably concerned about seeing a thunderstorm come across today after what you went through yesterday. Take a look at the latest radar and we'll see what's out there. Looks like a pretty intense little cell just off the coast south of West Palm Beach. But no big deal, nothing around Miami. Fronts close by. It's a hot afternoon. There's enough humidity out here to support a few thunderstorms. Biggest threat today, of course, heavy downpours and some lightning, the usual stuff, but we do not expect a repeat of yesterday. So you can see how just a few clouds out here are moving from southwest to northeast along our front. Actually, if you look farther to the north, you'll see the more intense thunderstorms on the map today in Kentucky and in Tennessee. With our trough here, we have just a few showers beginning to show up in eastern North Carolina, and we have more widespread but light rain here in the northeast. So Boston, you're looking good so far, but watch for this rain to kind of spread up through Hartford and all the way up to Boston as the day wears on. This area of low pressure along the coast is going to come in close enough to bring you some rain, but nothing real intense, so we're looking pretty good here. If you're traveling the Garden State Parkway, it will be wet. Not real heavy rain, but looks like it will be a wet time. Through the Poconos, some rain as well. You're okay on 495 and 95 around Washington, D.C. for now. As you head west, more scattered showers, Cleveland to Columbus and down through Charleston. Thunderstorms may develop here, are developing here with an upper level disturbance, and you can kind of see those thunderstorm clouds, the puffy clouds through here, and with some sun in between, unlike the widespread coverage of overcast skies here in the west. So this is the spot. Cincinnati down through Lexington, traveling Interstate 75. You're going to run into some downpours, some thunderstorms here. You can see it with our lightning data. A little bit of lightning associated, especially southern Kentucky into Tennessee. But no severe weather yet. We'll keep an eye out for it. All right, we'll check our forecast now, and you see that our storm system here will be hanging around with the rain today. Out it goes by tomorrow. The next storm system comes through a pretty dry air mass, so we don't see much rain Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, that could change, and there is the possibility of thunderstorms for you. Looks like El Dorado all the way back into the Waco area in Texas and into the southwest another day with thunderstorms. But boy, it's light today. No big deal, right? Temperatures getting better gradually. Now that next front will bring us another rush of cooler air into the east, so we keep that same general pattern. Chilly in the east, well, cooler than normal in the east, and hot in the west. There it is by Thursday. 90s, 100s in the southwest possible, and it looks like in the east, while it's still kind of cool on Thursday, we should be looking a little bit better in the next couple of days. A slight warm-up coming, so stick around for that.
Meanwhile, if you're getting across town or across the country, stay with us for the latest on travel conditions.
Travel Wise is next after your local forecast.